Oh, you turn it off?
No, everything's going to be fine. Mrs. Wilson, you are the mother of Jeff Wilson, the proprietor of Wilson's Leather Products and Biker Gear,
Yes.
2225 North Main in Fort Worth, downtown by the stockyards. And it occurs to me that you received a phone call from the Fort Worth PD on Friday. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the lady called and asked for the owner, and I was thinking she was a telemarketer, so I told her they weren't here, and I asked her could I help her. And she proceeded to tell me who she was, and she was from the Fort Worth Police Department. I don't know if it was Neighborhood Watch or something like that.
But she had a special message for you as a business operator.
Yes, she said that if I was aware that there was a motorcycle group in town for the weekend, it was having a rally in the stockyards.
And then she named them. That was Mongols?
Yes, she did. Mongols, yes, she did.
Mongols.
And I told her, yes, that we were aware that they were here and that they had been in the store.
Now, the Mongols are customers of yours, aren't they, Jeff?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And so it's not unusual for them to visit your place of business.
Not at all.
And it's actually, it doesn't make any difference where they may come from. Fort Worth is an international town. It was the home of American Airlines, DFW Airport. And we've got people from all over the world come to Cowtown and Big D all the time. And if they want to tour around the stockyards and go shopping and stuff, it wouldn't make any difference if they're from Southern California or Missouri or Japan. I mean, you get people from all over the world here, don't you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And you have customers from all over the world.
Yes, we do, on a daily basis.
So that's good to know. Now, the Vagos arrived here later in the day when y'all got real busy on Saturday. And did the police show up just right away or pretty soon?
I would say it was probably anywhere from, I'm going to have to guess, probably around 5 minutes. 5 minutes after the Vagos were here, 5 to 10 minutes after the Vagos were here, the police officers pretty much swarmed the place.
And I've got a video on the Jim Parks Facebook page that shows Sergeant No Name. We know he was in charge of what's called SRT, Special Response Team. And he's got a gun and he's pointing it at Jester, Vago Jester. And Vago Jester is telling him he's having trouble reaching up high enough because he got a torn rotator cuff.
Yes.
And so it just occurs to me that that's a very unusual thing to happen. I mean, you've ever had any disturbance calls here or any violent incidents or what have you?
Never none.
But could you name a few of the motorcycle clubs that come here and get patches sewed on? And
the list goes on and on. We've got them all the way from what I would consider your top 1%er clubs all the way down to your regular independent riders.
So that would be.
And they mix and mingle, even on the day of Saturday. They mix and mingle together just like they're all one. There was no incidents whatsoever up here Saturday taking place at all.
Now, there's a number of Vagos in jail right now because they had the patch on, and there is a law in the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, that is the Texas Penal Code, which shows that if you are wearing colors and you're part of a club that they suspect is involved in criminal activity, then your license to carry is null and void, and your Second Amendment rights don't apply.
That's what I understand.
Okay, that's what that's been explained to me, but I don't know where exactly that's written.
Neither do I.
It occurs to me these fellas are in the jailhouse, but nothing yet has been quite proven, has it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, my best understanding is that when they take that police report, they take that driver's license, they put it through that mobile data terminal, that goes right straight to the thing called the Fusion Center, which is funded by the Department of Homeland Security. And it occurs to me that that's a nationwide government activity, you see, and that our government declared Texas and Arizona and Nevada and Utah and Louisiana hostile, and they had a special operations command generated a program called Jade Helm 15 in the year 2015. And I think that all of that information goes into that same matrix, you see. Well, that's my best understanding. I mean, it occurs to me that might be what we're talking about here, you see. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know anything about that part of the ordeal. I don't know anything about that.
But no one from here called the cops.
Definitely not.
And the lady that called you said that if you did have some trouble, to just dial 911 or step out on the sidewalk and flag down a cop.
Yes, yes.
But you didn't do that.
No, definitely not.
So within 5 minutes of your customers showing up here, they've got one of them has a gun pointed at him because he can't reach high enough on the wall. Is that?
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. There was no distress phone calls made. There was no reason to make any distress phone calls.
Could you tell us about the text message that you just got from an angel in Southern California about what he's seen on your Facebook page?
He messaged me this morning and wanted to let me know he hoped I didn't mind, but he was sharing the video up there to let everybody know of just it's not just happening up there; it's happening all around our country.
Okay, so what he said, he actually stated, he said it doesn't make any difference what kind of patch they're wearing now.
Exactly.
Anybody in a patch has got a problem, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, then it occurs to me that at that point, since they didn't have an arrest warrant or search warrant for anybody in particular, you had the option of telling them to get the hell out.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. As this was going on, I sat there. We were busy, like I said, and I saw on patches. And we were busy, and all this started taking place. And so I went to go outside out front because even Tammy, the other seamstress that works here, she said, I need to go outside and check about this. And so when I walked outside, I was instructed to go back inside. So when I came back inside, I came back in because we were, like I said, we had patches to sew. And while I was sitting there sewing patches, the Vagos came back and they sat on the benches there beside you there. And the next thing you know, this sergeant, no name, whatever his name, the one that was leading the whole charge for the Fort Worth Police Department, the SRT, he began to come through our shop giving a drill sergeant type speech to everybody that was here. Everybody that was here. He wasn't standing in one spot. He was walking through the shop going, yeah, welcome to Texas. I'll tell you right now, if you take a left-hand turn and don't use your signal, I'm carrying your ass to jail. If you come to a stop sign, don't put your foot down, I'll take your ass to jail. He was giving like a drill sergeant instructions and stuff to everybody that was inside of our shop. And it went on from there. The next thing you know, I go outside, and when I come back in, he's got everybody, now not just the Vagos, every club that was in here, and it was just club members. He's got every one of them lined across the front wall on the front, and they're got their hands against the wall.
Now then,
and weapons drawn.
Your granddaughter reacted. It scared her. Can you tell me what words she expressed?
She was saying over and over, "Don't shoot my pawpaw. Don't shoot my daddy. Don't shoot my grandma Gladys." And that's the part that really ticked me off more than anything did.
I can see it upset you.
Oh, it upset me bad. And that's why, you know what, usually something like this I let just blow over. But because of that one single incident, and because I feel like the injustice that was done to our place of business, and we've been here for 38 years, Jim. I want to let you know this right now. We haven't just moved in since last year. We've been in this same spot for 38 years. And we've always backed the blue here in this area. Always. We've always put it on our posts. We've always put it on our walls. We back the blue. We do. on a daily basis, we sew patches for law enforcement motorcycle clubs, right along with 1% clubs. And we've always backed the blue. But that day, I felt like the blue just slapped us in the face.
Well, you know, you told me that when you tried to go outside and see what was going on in front of your place of business, you were instructed that you must go back inside.
Exactly. Yes, I was.
But you own this place.
Well,
How will you be instructed if they don't have any authority? They don't have a writ.
But as you know, nowadays, Jim, me and you talked about this earlier, it ain't like it was back in the old days.
I remember the old days.
Yeah, but it's not like that anymore. You know what? Whenever I see too many videos of stuff, you know, of people not doing what they're told, and then, you know, the worst comes to worst.
Yes, I see. Well, then, you know, it occurs to me that it could very well be that a lot of this friction that we see could be because of clubs being patched, and they didn't have a complete coordination of the United Clubs or Confederation of Clubs or what have you. Do you have any thoughts on that?
You know what's funny? I don't want to say it's about that. So many things have changed here in the state of Texas over the last period of a couple of months. Matter of fact, about a month or two, some things have just changed here in our area. You've had another 1% club move into the area that's moved in and making a home here.
And can you give me the name of that?
That would be the Mongols.
The Mongols.
And we, now a lot of people don't like to hear this, but we don't turn away nobody. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, and it doesn't matter the patches on your back. Everybody is welcome here inside of our shop. From your independent riders, to your law enforcement motorcycle clubs, to your 1% clubs. Everyone is welcome here, and we've always been like that for 38 years. We have never turned away a single person from this place, never.
But now there is some fallout. I'm told by somebody who supports R&G, Red and Gold, which would be the Banditos, that they've declared Wilson's Leathers off limits to all their folks.
Right.
But now, if they wanted to change their mind, you wouldn't have a problem with them coming in and doing business.
We have never stopped a Red and Gold from coming inside this place. Never. Never. Let me just tell you this right now, whether you want to believe this or not. Red and Gold, this may be off limits, but like I said, we've been here for 38 years, and we've got friends that are still in the Red and Gold that still frequent our business.
I see.
Now, they may come in and do it under the radar because we treat everybody good here, no matter what you're wearing.
Well, I just want to say I feel that I was treated like a prince. I've been treated very well here. I bought some merchandise, and I was just tickled as I could be.
Right.
It was a happy experience for me.
Right.
So it occurs to me that this police officer, he did not identify himself, and that is, do you interpret that as hostility? I do.
You know what? You know, they always say there's that one in a crowd. I'm ex-military, so I can tell you this right now. You know how you can get along with all these people that are in charge of you, but there's always that one guy that he's in the motorcycle world, we call it patch heavy. Well, to me, this police officer, this guy that was leading the charge here, this SRT officer, he was very patch heavy. It was like he was hoping something would go down. He was itching that something would go down. It was like he was trying to antagonize them so something would go down, but nothing went down. The clubs that were here at the time acted very professionally at what they had done, and they always have since they've been coming here. They always have. You know what? I got two 70-something-year-old parents here. They're the number one things I got to watch over here at this place of business. And I went to Guatemala for 18 days with my wife, to see my wife's family. And on a daily basis, we had 1% clubs and local clubs stop by and check on them every day while I was gone. Every single day while I was gone. Now, people out there look at these 1% clubs like they're bad people, but they were watching over my mom and dad.
Well, that's what I learned about the gunfight that took place in December of, I think it was 2014, at Gators Crowd Inn, and then uh, the Bandidos took refuge at the Patriots Clubhouse, and what was going on at the Patriots Clubhouse was that they were having a Christmas for a family. The lady had just been diagnosed with terminal brain cancer, and she had just dominoed a few days before, and had a brand new baby, and they had kids, and her husband was unemployed, and they were having Christmas for them, and here the Bandidos come in, and you know, seeking refuge, and they gave it to them. I mean, it's the happiest time of year. Now, this trial is coming up at the end of this year for Dauber. Um, and Bandito Dauber, right? And it occurs to me that this could be related to the law enforcement and the DA and the ATF and the FBI and the SOB and the NOB and the New Orleans, everybody, you know, that this might be part of a media presentation that they're wanting to make people aware of this or something. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, you know what? I definitely think the media has. You know, we always got to go back to the ordeal that happened in Waco. I will tell you this right now: we lost friends on both sides. We lost friends on both sides. Well, we consider friends. You know, in the biker world, the word brother is thrown around like, you know, everybody's brother, but we don't throw the word around brother. We call them friends. We still call them friends and family. We lost friends on both sides. We had a young man, 27 years of age, come in here and pay off his final bill on his vest and his patchwork that we done for him on a Friday, and went to Waco and got killed on the Sunday. So that's how close things get home to us. But also, we also had a Red and Go member that lost his life, and I saw his patches on. So we lost friends on both sides that day in Waco. I mean, in Waco. But here, to me, I understand the local police department wanted to prepare for what was coming up for this, what possibly was going to be going on this weekend. But to me, it was overkill. And some people are going to say, well, it's better to be safe than sorry. Well,
like wartime conditions?
They could exactly. And they're the one. Everybody here, it was like a normal work Saturday here Saturday. It was just like so normal when there was no difference whatsoever. Everybody was getting along. We had 1%ers mingling with just independent riders. Everybody was up here. They drink the free beer. They have the donuts that we have for them up here in the morning. We had barbecue out front. It was just a normal day. But then Fort Worth Police Department showed up, and our day came to a stop. Our day came to a stop as far as customers coming in and out, as far as our income coming in, and they humiliated a lot of our customers. They did. They humiliated.
Kind of reminds me of Clint Eastwood in that movie Unforgiven. He said, before you go and decorate your saloon with my dead friend, I'm gonna come back and get every one of y'all for that. You know, he said, and so, you know, that's kind of what happened to your place of business, wasn't it? That
most definitely, it was overkill, and there was absolutely no reason for what went down here. There was no reason for it. You know what? If one of the Vagos had done something wrong, you know what I'm saying? If just one would have done something wrong, I would have understood that. But nobody had done nothing wrong. Nobody.
Anybody here know how many Vagos are in jail? All the Vagos are out of jail now. Well, that's happy news. I guess on that note, we can close. Is there anything y'all would like to add?
No, not really.
I would just like to say that we still will continue to support the Back to Blue. I mean, a lot of them are our good personal friends, and they're here daily. But like Jeff said, there's always one there that can screw it up for everybody, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah, so that's kind of what Sergeant No Name did.
Oh, most definitely. You know what? You know how this is going to work here. He's always going to have his word against yours that he felt he had a reason to pull his weapon. But I saw absolutely no reason to pull his weapon. None. There was never a threat within these walls whatsoever. Never a threat whatsoever.
So don't shoot my pawpaw and don't shoot my meemaw
Exactly.
and
Was all
don't
for
shoot.
nothing. Because let me
Yeah.
just tell you something, just to show you how it was all for nothing. Every one of the people they had lined along the front wall, they fish searched them, and not a single gun was found on any of them. Not a single gun was found on any of them.
That's good news. Well then, I I'm honored that you allowed me to come to your place of business. You have no idea how grateful I am.
Oh, I'm glad you came to allow us to get our part of the story out.
Thank you very much, sir, and look forward to seeing you under happier circumstances.
Thank